Somebody make it make sense. Remasters, remakes, games from 20 years ago. The Xbox Showcase showed off games that were made when I was a child, and I played some of them on the Sega Dreamcast. Some of you checking out this video probably aren't even old enough to know what the hell a Sega Dreamcast even is. Oh crap, I cussed in the first 30 seconds. I'll have to mute that. This is absolutely insane to me. I'm starting to see hype online for like Gears of War Reloaded. Gears of War, a game that is like, what, almost 20 years old at this point? And people getting excited for this stuff as it's coming out again, and oh my God, it looks so good. And I'm gonna be honest, I saw the footage. Doesn't really look that much different than the original game. And I keep wondering why every year these companies are pushing out remasters, remakes. Like, I still didn't understand why they did the Master Chief Collection. Turns out they couldn't make money off of the royalties anymore from the Breaking Benjamin song from Halo 2, which, by the way, if you haven't played that part of Halo 2 with the Breaking Benjamin song, blow me away, you need to go do that. Go buy an Xbox, go buy the original Halo 2, it's fantastic. I absolutely hate and cannot stand the nostalgia bait that these companies are doing. I'm sorry, if you are in your late 20s or early 30s and you're just like, good God, I gotta play this game because it's gonna make me feel like a kid again, fucking stop. You're not a kid anymore, and you're being treated like a fucking pay pig. And I just don't get it. You are allowing these companies to drop innovation, to drop creativity, and to only put out things that they are going to prey on your nostalgia for. Because supposedly it's highly marketable to make people who are, I guess, somewhat depressed in life or something, I don't know, to make them feel like they're kids again. This is a corrosive mindset in the customer base of video games. And this is something I have talked about, nostalgia just being an absolutely terrible thing for modern media. It's why we're constantly seeing reboots, remakes, and all this stuff. For instance, one of the most grotesque things that I saw is I saw people saying, well, the Devil May Cry isn't a good anime, and if you're not a fan of Devil May Cry, I wouldn't watch it. But if you're a fan, you've already watched it. Why? Why did you watch it? If you saw anything, I called it from the trailer. I called it from the very first trailer that this was going to be nothing but nostalgia bait. There wasn't even music in Devil May Cry, in the Devil May Cry anime, that was remotely related to the games. It was related to people being children and preying upon the sickness inside of the customer base of being children and wanting to go back. We need to stop this. I am seeing posts all over the place about how people are so excited for games that came out when they were kids to be re-released, probably in a worse condition than when they were kids, right? They're going to nerf the difficulty level. They're going to adjust some of the designs and stuff like that. And we already know that they're going to do this because they have. There are extensive videos out there on the changes that they made to Oblivion. But yet, for some reason, people think the Oblivion remake is so freaking magical because, oh my goodness, when I was a kid, like, grow the fuck up. The games are already there. I don't understand where we are as gamers, that we are wanting to play something that we've already played, probably multiple times. Why are we begging for a game that was made when we were kids to be remade, probably freaking worse, probably, nerfed to be politically correct because we can't have certain things a certain way, and then praising it? And you see the hype cycles every time it's announced. Like, I'm not gonna lie, for about 5 minutes, I was like, oh snap, they're doing Tony Hawk 3 and 4 on Xbox. That's wild. You know what I thought to myself? I was like, if I want to play Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4, like, I'm just gonna track down a Sega Dreamcast and buy those games on Sega Dreamcast because they were there, because that's what I played it on. And if I really wanted to relive that experience, that's what I would do. Because what I was seeing in the remake stuff, I was like, oh, hey, that's kind of funny. And by the way, Tony Hawk, that guy got city miles on him. And I'm not saying like Tony Hawk, dude, I remember him landing the 900. That was wild, man. That was insane when I was a kid. When I was a kid, there is no such thing as going back. You will never relive those moments again. You will never have that same feeling again. Not with those games. That moment has already passed. These companies and corporations are preying on a part of your mind to make you think that if they put this thing out in 4K gloriousness, that you're going to buy it. They're not treating you as customers. They're treating you as pay pigs. They're treating you as people who have a codependency on a feeling of nostalgia. It's one of the reasons why I think that games like Expedition 33 are so groundbreaking. Is because, yes, they borrow a bunch of stuff from a bunch of different games before. And it told a really good story. It had great combat. And everybody freaking loved it. And it was new. It was new. It was today. It was now. It's not chasing a feeling that you're never going to have again. And these companies, it breaks my heart to see so many people excited for things because they just want to feel like they were when they were kids. That jackass from Splitgate 2 got up there on stage at the Summer Games Fest and talked about how he played Halo 2 or he played Halo and he played Titanfall and he's tired of Call of Duty and make FPS great again, which he apologized for like a giant pussy, by the way, because he wore a hat. And the entire time I was watching that, even I was like, oh, okay. And he was like, oh, Battle Royale. And then started playing Imagine Dragons music. But his entire marketing pitch, and in the moment, don't get me wrong, it's kind of like, yeah, that's funny. That's cool. I kind of feel the same way a little bit. I mean, I'm not going to buy your game or play it, but yeah, I kind of feel the same way. Why? He was trying to attack and trying to push out a marketing message to the nostalgia of when we were kids, because apparently the life that we lived when we were kids was better. You've got to understand, anytime in life when people are like, oh, it's going to be just like the good old days. It's going to be this wonderful feeling again. Don't you remember when we used to do this? Come on, man, let's go do this just one more time. You see this with people with addictive personalities. Right? They get trapped in this with addictive personalities. People come to them, oh, come on, man, just one more time, just for old times' sake. Just for old times' sake, let's try to relive the past, which you will never be able to do because time don't work like that. And I am so sick of these companies going out and making gangbuster money because they know exactly how to prey upon you. They know exactly that part of you that is going to give them money. Now, some people are going to be like, yeah, you know what? I just want to play it because it's got better graphics. And for those people out there, cool, go for it. Those aren't the people that I'm addressing. I am addressing the people that I am calling pay pigs. The people who are out there craving for the good old days, doing nothing to make today good. These game developers aren't even trying to make their games today good. They're just trying to re-release the stuff to you just so you can be like, oh my God, the good old days. It's just me and the boys. I remember this. Stop. Just stop. Stop giving these companies power over you like that. It breaks my heart to see people that I even know personally posting stuff like this. It's not healthy. holding yourself back in the past because that might have been the best part of your life, which is really sad and really heartbreaking in today's day and age. It's not good. Find a thing that makes today better than the past. Because we are not going to start seeing innovation and creativity and better games until that happens. Stop giving these companies money for remakes, redos, and redo-overs, or whatever they want to call it. Remasters. They are literally preying upon your childhood. They are using your childhood as a marketing tactic to separate you from your money. So do me a favor. Do me a favor and make sure that you are aware that these companies, at the very least, I might piss some people off, but at the very least, I hope that there's a nagging voice in their head. It's like, dude, you're giving them this game because you're nostalgic. You're homesick for the past, a past that's never going to happen again. Make your today better. If you're the type of person who is buying games because of nostalgia, make your today better. Make today, right now. Fucking click off this video and go do that thing. Go do that thing that's been hard for you to do to make your life better right now, today, now. Because when you do that, and that mentality informs your purchasing decisions, and you get enough people that also do that same thing, guess what? We're going to stop hearing things like, well, games today just suck. No, you're going to start being like, wow, games got really good. Don't look at the past with rose-colored glasses and wear those all the time. These companies are preying upon your emotions. They're preying upon you, and it's why they make millions of dollars every single year, not innovating, not doing anything more, oftentimes releasing broken versions of games that were perfectly fine back in the day. Now, there is a physical ownership conversation to this, and that is a separate video. That is an entirely separate video. Physical ownership of games is damn near dead, right? A lot of the games that we played back in the day, multiplayer with our friends, those servers don't exist. You can't do that. I doubt I could hook up my original Xbox to the internet and still play the original Halo 2 on it and get into those lobbies. That doesn't exist, but it doesn't need to. It doesn't need to exist. Now, physical ownership, I do think needs to exist in gaming. But those games were great when we were kids because they were the right thing at the right time. But I think if people are down bad enough mentally that they're just craving that feeling from when they were a kid, please stop and think and reevaluate. I'm seeing friends of mine being taken advantage of like this, and it bothers me. Don't let them take advantage of you, please. If you're down bad, reach out to somebody. Try out that crazy idea that you had. Maybe it fails, but you learn from it and you can do another idea and it wins. I've had a lot of bad ideas in my life that have failed, but I keep trying and I keep working at it. You can call me a failed YouTuber. This channel's 6 years old. But you know what? I've got a small community here of people that I've met, and that's a success in my eyes. Don't give these companies money for preying upon your childhood. Please don't do that. It does break my heart. They're not your friends. They're not doing it for you. And they're treating people like pay pigs. Don't be that. If you got something to say about it, say it down in the comments below. I will read this in my Sunday Coffee live stream. Thank you guys for watching.